Good morning. We are down here at the Vineyard. It's our Thursday Life Stories, and today we have Christa joining us. So we're going to get to know a little bit more about Christa today. So welcome.
Thank you.
So glad that you're here. We're just going to start off, ask you a few questions so people can know generally where you're at, what your life looks like now, what are you up to, work, kids, and marriage and all that.
My life right now is married, newly married. We have Akaya, our 5-year-old son. In the house, we just bought a house last year.
Yeah.
So we're in our new house, just renovating. We're both working, and Akaya's in school. So just chapter of all these new things.
Yeah.
And navigating all that. That's pretty much mostly where our life is.
What are you doing
right
for
now.
work these days?
I work at the hospital as a switchboard operator.
Yep.
So I work there part-time, so I get lots of time with Akaya still.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For many of you who don't know, Christa is on our worship team, and her and Cole do such a beautiful job when they lead. I always love it when you guys lead.
Healed and forgiven. Look where my chains are now. Death has no hold on me, 'cause your grace holds that ground.
So maybe what was your childhood like? What kind of environment did you grow up in? A faith environment or?
I was the oldest of 4 kids, and we were raised Christian, so I've kind of always known God. Just big family. We didn't have a lot of family here because both of my mom's from Jamaica, my dad's from Newfoundland. So
okay.
we didn't really grow up around grandparents or aunties and uncles or anything. So just big but small family, and just raised in the faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember going to church your whole childhood
we
sort
were
of
going
thing?
to church our whole childhood. We grew up in Chilliwack too, so I've been here my whole life.
Oh, okay.
We've always gone to church.
What's your church background? What type of church would you have gone to? More of a charismatic or more of
mostly charismatic. Or similar to this church. I feel like it's always kind of been.
Yeah.
I don't know what denomination that would be, but I remember the ladies singing on the stage and being like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Or learning how to harmonize and stuff.
Yeah.
Watching them. Or, so we've always gone to church.
Yeah. I love the stories that you told me before of your family, and how if we went to one of your family gatherings, there'd be singing and it would be kind of wild, right? And I was like, oh, you have to invite me.
Yeah, it was really funny. I brought Cole early on when we were dating to one of those. We have aunties, they're just Jamaican, family friends type of thing.
Yeah.
But if we have a dinner or a Canada Day celebration or something, we're all holding hands in a circle or singing or somebody's prophesying.
Yeah, I love
it.
I love it.
So it's kind of funny for Cole to experience that early on.
Yeah, you still have to bring me to one of those.
I will for sure.
Okay, so why don't you let us know, if you grow up in the church and you grow up with a Christian background, for most people, it's just something you continually do, but everyone has sort of a time in their life where they have to find their own faith in Jesus and know them personally for themselves. So how did that happen for you?
I feel I remember being little, 8 years old at summer Bible school or whatever it's called. And inviting Jesus into my heart and all that. Or in youth, a lot of the youth are pretty on fire for God. I remember going to the summer camps, and that was always really good. Brought me closer with God just as I went on in life. But I feel the major point in my life when I really started becoming closer with God, or at least seeing what he was doing in my life, was when I became a single mom.
Okay.
And just kind of, I guess, pretty much a rock bottom, because I ended up living at my family's house, my parents' house, and not with Akaya's dad anymore.
Right.
And didn't have any schooling, didn't have a job, didn't have anything.
You were very young.
Yeah, I was 20 years old, and then the house my parents were living in, those landlords were about to sell their house, so it kind of felt like I had nothing but a car. That was pretty much it.
Right.
And so it was just kind of cool to see how God's been carrying me through those years, and just pretty much how everything that I have is from him, and how he's been, just opening doors for me and providing for me, which, just helped grow my faith, helped me put my trust in him, because I know what he can do, especially when I'm walking in my own desires.
Right.
And then when I surrender to him, how much more he gives me.
That's
it's really
so
cool
good.
to see. So definitely in like the past couple years, I've been, even just really this year too, just leaning more into God, like reading the word a lot more, and just developing more of a relationship with him. And even the book that you gave me, Captivating, was a really cool, it had a chapter on just seeing like God as your lover. And that was really cool. I feel like that, that was really good for our relationship as well. I just was able to see him in a different light, which is really cool.
Cool.
But so it was really cool to see him provide for me, like provide an apartment. When these people were like begging, there was a couple of competitors, I guess. These other people were begging this landlord, and they just said, "We want to, like, do you really need this? We want to give it to you. There's other people begging us, but we just want to give it to you for some reason." Or I was able to do like a university course, certificate for free, and get a good job and everything. So I feel like, it's been really cool to, even, I think it was a service here one New Year's, we were writing down prayers for the year, and I found it the other day. And just things I've been praying for so long that I did not think would happen, like have come to pass. And just looking down the list and saying like, wow, I'm really, like, you're just so good, God. I can't believe how you work. So
just seeing his favor on your life and his redemption, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's where a lot of us find God, is through the trials and having to lean on him when we don't have anything else to lean on.
For sure.
That's really cool. Okay, so we have a few kind of fun questions to ask you today. What is bringing you joy these days? What is kind of putting a smile on your face?
I guess people, because it feels like constricted right now.
Right.
So just community, being with my family, being with my friends, my marriage. Akaya always brings me, God brings me the most joy, but Akaya's like, Akaya's the best.
He's such a sweetie.
He just brings me so much joy. Those are the main things. I'm just thankful to have people, to be around people.
So you had kind of a historical wedding date, because you got married during COVID. What was that like? I know it was a very, very small.
It was
and
very
you guys
small
found
wedding.
a little place to.
Our venue kind of canceled on us, and we just wanted to get married. We felt like we were waiting and waiting. We didn't want to put it off any longer.
Right.
So we just went down by the river and just set up a few chairs, just had our family there. And it was really nice. Jeff did a really good job.
Yeah, he did,
And it was really nice. We didn't get to have like the big dinner or anything like that, but it was like a beautiful day, and like a whole week of rain. It was just one nice day for us.
That's so good.
And so we just ordered pizza after.
Yeah,
we just spent time with people.
And like the people in your life that are really close to you and that you love, right? Just a really small, intimate gathering.
Really just our family, pretty much. And so that was nice.
That's awesome. I've seen the pictures and they're beautiful.
Becca and John did a very good job.
Okay, so what is one of your biggest pet peeves? What's something that rubs you the wrong way?
I think biggest pet peeve is, definitely first one comes to mind, is people chewing with their mouth open, loud chewers. Can't handle that.
I can relate to that.
I've been like bothering my little brothers since the beginning of time about their chewing. That's probably it.
That was never a pet peeve of mine until I married Jeff, and I found it's one of his pet peeves.
Oh, really?
And so now my ear, like now I catch it. Now now it bothers me too. I always tell my kids, chew with your mouth closed. Okay, so what has been the hardest thing for you during this past, I guess we've been in this over a year, this pandemic?
I think we've been really fortunate because our life hasn't changed a lot. Like I've been able to keep on working, so it's cool. I think the most frustrating thing for us was just, feels like you have to like, sneak around to meet people. You can't have people in your house. You have to like be careful how many people you're around. in the beginning, we'd like hang out with our friends, and it'd be like in a field, and we're all in like a couple of corners or something like that. I think that was the most frustrating thing.
Yeah,
I think we've been pretty fortunate otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of our wedding too. I'm kind of glad that it was a small wedding. You save money, and even with the small amount of people that we had, I didn't even get to talk to everybody.
Right.
So I don't even know how people do it with huge weddings. But
was that something on your heart like a while ago that you wanted a big wedding? So you kind of had to grieve that a bit?
Yeah, I think most people want like everybody that they love and cherish there. So that was kind of hard. I wanted to like have fun with my friends and family and stuff, but yeah, so I think just not being able to see people, or like the fear in other people too.
Totally.
It's really hard to, just everybody feels so divided as well. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully we are on the other side of that, right?
I hope so.
Things are starting to kind of look up. Good. Well, thanks for joining us today. I had fun listening to your story, and I hope that you had fun listening too. So that's Christa's life story. Thanks for joining us.